Hello and welcome to InThisCornerTV.com. I'm James Smith. We're in Las Vegas at Camp Mayweather as Floyd Mayweather prepares for his May 5th showdown against Miguel Cotto. One of his fighters, Jessie Vargas, will open up the pay-per-view card when he takes on former world champion Stevie Forbes. We climbed inside the squared circle with Jessie and his trainer Robert Alcazar to talk a little bit about his style, what he's trying to improve upon, and his fight May 5th against Stevie Forbes. Good to see you again, Jessie.
Always good to see you, Smitty.
Now, the first time we sat down and spoke with you about 9 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that.
Yes.
It's 3 fights later. You've been with Robert nearly a year now. Tell us about your development as a fighter.
Well, we have been improving a lot. Having Robert Alcazar is definitely a plus. You know, I have an advantage on anyone in the boxing world. And, you know, we're progressing and we're becoming great fighters.
When you take on Stevie Forbes on May the 5th, it'll be at $147. This is your second time at that weight. The first time we spoke to you were 140 pounds. How does it feel going up in weight?
Feels good. I feel stronger, faster. You know, this is my weight, and I'm going to be campaigning here for a while. Over the last 8 months, one of the things that I've seen the improvement is your adaptability inside the ring, adapting to what your opponent does. Tell us about that. Yeah, well, that all comes with experience. You know, I've been boxing since I was 8 years old. I fought internationally in the amateurs. So, you know, all that experience is helping me now. And like I said, having Robert Alcazar in my corner now is helping me even more. We're learning a lot how to fight different styles. You know, I could fight, I could box, I could counterpunch, something that a lot of people haven't seen before in the past. Now I could counterpunch, and they will see it against Stevie Forbes in the future. I think one of the keys to your game right now, and the reason why you've remained unbeaten, is because you do have that ability to box and punch and the flexibility. You don't have to fight. You're not just one-dimensional, and that helps when you get in there against these different type of opponents. It also helps a guy like you who's had this situation before where guys pull out. You were supposed to fight Alfonso Gomez, and now it's former world champion Stevie Forbes, but it doesn't seem to faze you and Robert at all. It doesn't. We're used to it already. Unfortunately for us, it's happened to us plenty of times in the past. Out of 18 fights that I have now, possibly 14 have pulled out and we have to get someone else at the last minute. And usually the only people stepping up are veterans with a lot of experience that say, hey, we could take this young buck. But, you know, they don't know Jessie Vargas. But now they are starting to, and it's harder to find opponents. But, you know, I think as a fighter, you know, as a rising star, we have to be ready for any style, whether it's an aggressive fighter, a puncher, a boxer, or a counterpuncher. We have to be ready to show that with any style, we will look good. One of the key elements to your game, and it's without question, every great fighter I've ever been inside the ring with says it, the most important punch in boxing is the jab. And against Josecito Lopez in that first fight that we covered of yours, the jab came into play later on in that fight. It was like you almost reset, got your game plan back together, and went on to win a close decision. The jab, how important is it to you? I think it's the most important. It's my most important weapon and the most important weapon in boxing. I have a great one, and I'm going to use it to my advantage. Give us a little illustration of the Jessie Vargas jab and what you like to do with it. All right. Well, where do you want it? Anywhere you want. It's just as long as no hair goes out of place. Okay. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different types of jabs. You can hit to the body, hit up top. You can move down, kind of feint, and hit him. You know, so that way if he throws his jab, throw your jab, you're right under his and you get to place yours. Or you could just block his, bam, and come right over it. You could feint it, just keep him off, and bam! You okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, one of the things that you do jab to the body, and that's something I see. There's a guy that works out at this gym that does that pretty well from time to time named Floyd Mayweather. Did you pick up any of that from him, that jab to the body or the solar plexus? Yes, I did pick it up from him and a couple of other things that I saw that I could use to my advantage in my style. Because we do have 2 different styles, but I try to pay as much attention as I can. He is the pound greatest right now, right? Jessie Vargas is man. And I don't want to put myself on a limb and say this, but he's one of the next big things. I can't just say the next because there's a lot of talent out there. But if Jessie Vargas keep going out there, racking up victories, proving himself and dedicating himself, he could be one of the best.
One of the other things, though, that the jab can do for you, and boy, did it do it for me during my illustrious career, is it could save your damn life.
Yes.
And I've seen you, because of that Mexican in you, when you've gotten into a little bit of trouble, you've also known how to use the jab to get yourself clear your head. Give us a demonstration of
That's
that.
right.
Let's
I mean,
pretend that I would land a big right hand.
You're strong, man. Slow it down.
So now I'm coming forward. And
all right, so say I'm in the mix with you and you kind of hit me. I just step back, come right back to my jab. You know, and then set something off from there. And then again, if I get in it again with you, we start trading, I step back, boom. I step to the side, boom. If I step this way, we have to know how to, you know, step into angles and figure out an open spot.
What is your favorite combination as a fighter? And that's one of the things I think that Robert's done a great job. You're throwing not just 1 and 2, you're throwing 3s and 4s now.
I like the hook. I'd say that'd be my best shot. Now, combinations, it's whatever combination I get you with, that's my favorite one.
Illustration.
All right. We'll say, you have a nice little defense. I'll fight you, pa, pa, pa.
So 3-punch combination, ending up underneath.
Underneath or over the top, wherever I see your head moving. As you're punching, you have to adjust. So say I'm punching here, I missed, but I see you move to the right. When I was thinking of throwing a hook, now I'm going to throw an uppercut.
Always thinking.
Always thinking. Every second of every round.
Chavez was one of your favorite fighters.
Yes,
Julio Cesar Chavez, one of the greats of all times. One of the things that he did pretty doggone good is cut off the ring.
Yes.
And I've noticed that's something that you've been working on. Now, because I'm such a great mover inside the squared circle, I'll try to go slow for you. But how would you cut off Smitty? We'll see if you can do it. I'll start to move a little bit. We'll see if you can cut me off, which nobody else has been able to do so far.
All right, I'm going to try. Woo! You have some nice movement, Smitty.
It's a big ring. And what are you trying to do here?
All right, so say when you step to this side, I'm over here. That way, if you want to step in more, I'll hit you with the hook. You want to step back to the right, I'll cut you off. That way, you want to step in any more, I'll stop you with the right hand.
There's a big difference, isn't there, between
especially
cutting off and following.
when you're in the corner. Like if you get in the corner, it'd be easier to demonstrate. That way, if you want to go to the right, bam. You want to go to the left, bam. But it makes it hard when you're moving around as much as you are.
So Robert Alcazar joins us. Good to see you again. Last time we spoke to you about 8 months ago, you said this man is a diamond in the rough. On a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being world champion, where's he at?
9.
Why so?
Because he's so close. From now on, it's one fight at a time. And after that one fight at a time, we're going to figure it out when we let him go.
One of the things you told me that you like so much about Jessie is he listens and he adapts. Tell us about that.
He's a young man who knows what he wants in the sport of boxing. He's willing to do. He's willing to make the sacrifice. And as soon as he stays on the line, without question in my mind, he will be a champion as soon as he gets that opportunity.
What are the main improvements that you've seen in him the last 9 months in the 3 fights since we first spoke?
And every single area in general, he's right now is 100% a different fighter than the way he was about a year ago.
You guys actually learned something. He learned something with the mitts. Give us a little illustration. What are you trying to do with the mitts?
Well, basically, that is what I've been discovering when I decided to become a trainer. I got the opportunity to fight an amateur and professional and became a trainer. And that's when I had the areas that I discovered that everybody else set him up, give me the 1, give me 2, give me 3. And the way I work out with my fighters, I let him, he's open. When we work out on the mitts, I don't know what he's going to do or how hard. I don't know what punch he's going to throw or how hard he's going to throw. That, to me, is the key. He can throw whatever he wants. My responsibility is to be there for him. He can throw whatever he wants. Watch. I'm not telling what to throw. See? He's way off to do whatever he wants.
What are the things you're working on right now with Jessie?
We work every single day on making him better. Every single area. We're not just focusing in one particular area. We just watch the films of the guy we will fight at the time, and we just follow the line. But other than that, he's working in every single area, every day.
When would you like to see him fight for a world title? 2012 or?
As soon as he get the opportunity, and we go one fight at a time. Up to this fight, if we got the results that we are thinking we're going to get, we figure it out, if we let him go on his next fight, or we go to take the fights, whatever is necessary for him to be ready.
You've been around how many years in the sport now?
30 years.
Worked with a guy named, what was his name, Oscar De La Hoya? Pretty good, right? Jessie Vargas, pretty good. Have you ever seen anybody move like I just did?
Quite sure, to be honest to you, nobody.
We love this guy. It's Robert Alcazar. So now that the fans got a little pre-look at Jessie Vargas and some of the intricacies of what you do, what's Stevie Forbes going to see on May the 5th?
Well, he's going to see a strong, young fighter with a lot of speed and that knows how to use his distance very well. We have an idea of the type of style he wants to bring. He might want to fight me in the inside or counterpunch, and we'll be ready for both.
What is your prediction?
We're going for the knockout, but as long as I get the win impressively and look impressively, we'll be happy with it.
I personally feel that as a young fighter, and you have the tremendous amateur background and unbeaten as a pro 18-0, but the fact that you get to fight train in such an environment and fight on such a big stage will certainly help you when you get your big shot. Don't you feel that way?
Yes, of course. I think the world will be able to see Jessie Vargas in this fight because it's such a huge event. It's a massive event. I think it's the biggest boxing event of the year. And it's an honor to be a part of it with two great fighters such as Floyd Mayweather and Cotto, and also Canelo and Mosley.
When would you like to get a title shot?
Whenever they offer it to me, I'll say let's do it.
Now, we've done 42 in-ring segments with the greatest fighters in the world. Bernard Hopkins has been in the ring with me. Floyd's been in the ring with me. Manny's been in the ring with me. They've all been in the ring with me. I've only gone inside the squared circle and done this with one guy who wasn't yet a world champion. That's Jessie Vargas. So the pressure is on you, my man, all right?
All right.
The pressure's on.
I'll make it happen. Thank you for having me.
All right.